And is that heat?
Like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And once you're done, leave a comment saying that I subscribed, and you will be replied to. We'll be doing as many as we can. Brock the Rock Lesnar is giant. He's tall and he has nearly 1/3 of all the muscles in the entire universe attached somewhere to his body. He's what happened when God asked if he could make a force stronger than himself. It's Brock Lesnar. I genuinely feel like he might have that power. Now, he may have that power, but he's also the dude who had that shooting star press, you know, the shooting star press, as well as being the guy who publicly went against gay people, and, well, it's a bit ironic. You'll see. I'm D. Wicket, and these are the 10 secrets WWE hides about Brock Lesnar. Number 10, he kissed Kurt Angle. See what I mean? Fucking ironic, isn't it? Gay-hating Brocky exposed video, anyone? No? Maybe he's not actually gay, but well, this was with that, in which it resulted in a respectful friendship and him hugging and tears and oh my god, I mean, we don't know who the other parent is yet. Maybe it's a father. Number 9, he was UFC's biggest draw of all fucking time. That might be a lie. Conor McGregor is giving him a run for his money last year, but hey, second place isn't too bad either, Brock-a-lock. WWE and UFC seem to have created a pretty friendly-ish sort of relationship. I mean, WWE let UFC borrow Brock Lesnar for a main event fight in one of their biggest pay-per-views of all time. And in return, a few years earlier, UFC let WWE borrow Ronda Rousey to sort of confront Stephanie McMahon, which built into a match that never took place and never will, according to Dana White. So maybe WWE aren't too keen on this one. Oh yeah, and he's supposedly going to be fighting in UFC again soon, like really soon. Like John Jones just called him out. So and he's currently the Universal Champion. Weird that. Number 8, he wasn't even that dominant in UFC. Fucking UFC really isn't great for Lesnar in WWE after all. Sure, he was the UFC champion at one point, but during his run, he was only 4-3 overall. 4-3? The man who squashed John Cena, ended the streak, and murdered Bill Goldberg has an exceedingly average record in real-life fights. Come on. Sure, he did go back for UFC 200 with a win, but wow, it wasn't a secured and official win because... Number 7, steroids. Oh, Brock, why do you do these things to your body? Well, it's probably so you can look like a man made of stones, but still, I digress. Stop it, Brock. Steroids aren't good for you. After his win at UFC 200, news broke out that Brock Lesnar failed a drug test for steroids. Steroids, Brock. Well, I mean, it makes sense. Just fucking look at him.
Little bit of news last night. What was your reaction to the whole thing?
I just kind of sucks for everybody, but it is what it is. Man, like I said, it's just it's unfortunate, it's unprofessional, it's just the way it is. I mean, what else do you want me to say? I mean,
this deal coming to pass, was this something that the WWE did approve, or was there language in your contract that did allow this option for you?
I'd have to refer that to my attorney, I guess. I don't know what, but I mean, it's I'm here, people. And it's happening, and...
Number 6, Sable. Brock Lesnar is married to this woman right here on screen, Sable, the big-boobed menace of the WWF of days of long gone. Sable is, yep, married to this man, Brock Lesnar. That seems very strange. One of those is the most masculine piece of meat since Hercules ate a bull, and then the other is just Sable. And for some unknown reason, WWE do not want her to be a part of the company again. I mean, maybe it has something to do with the giant tits, but New Japan and UFC were fine showing Sable off, but WWE is not into the idea.
Yeah, right? Yeah, well, I think we should. I'm serious about it. My goodness, if it isn't my daughter, Stephanie McMahon, what brings you here? You're really taking your general managership stuff real serious.
Number 5, he once killed Bob Holly. Yep, maybe Holly didn't actually die, but he did break his neck. Haha, Brock's fucking crazy. In a 2002 SmackDown match, Lesnar went for a powerbomb on Holly. Bob seemed to sandbag him and not help out with the weight, leaving Lesnar to do all the heavy lifting on his own. Brock being Brock, though, he took that challenge happily, said fuck it, and dropped the Roughhouser straight onto his neck, breaking his neck. Ow. Then, for good measure, he gave his head a nice little kick. Brock, you destructive dickhead. Please don't watch this video and kill me.
With a shot to the midsection. Power bomb here. And once again,
Hey, isn't that sweet of the Giant? He probably felt bad for Zach. I mean, this is an act of sympathy. I mean, he only has one leg after all. Brock was doing Gowan a favor. Imagine how long it must take him to get down those stairs carefully without falling. Lesnar just wanted to speed his trip up a little bit, get him from top to bottom nice and quickly. Brock Lesnar, you know what? Brock Lesnar, he's a social justice warrior. Number 3, he left WWE for the NFL. Vince McMahon wants to feel needed. In fact, I think he has a legitimate problem. In his long-running feud with WCW, it was all but proved that Vince has some sort of dominance issue, as he always feels the need to hire his ex-competition. The excuse used is predominantly that it's, quote, best for business, hashtag trademark. For example, that's why he supposedly brought in guys like Sting, Goldberg, Hogan even, after years. He brought them all back to prove, hey, I'm the real boss, you listen to me now. Most infamous was when he swerved both audience of WWE and WCW when he hired Eric Bischoff, the man that he just spent the last 10 years feuding with. And sure, his run as Raw GM was great, but it really shouldn't have been. All this being said, WWE really don't want you remembering that Brock didn't even want to just leave WWE. He left professional wrestling as a whole for an entirely different sport because money. Number 2, he's leaving WWE again very soon. Well, UFC's calling Brock and they have the temptation of more money on their side, and it seems like Brock answered that call with positivity. It's true, folks. This is being recorded during the July 31st episode of Monday Night Raw. And just about 2 hours ago, in fact, Paul Heyman all but confirmed that they're on their way out. Brock's heading into a fatal 4-way match at SummerSlam against Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman, and Roman Reigns for Brock's Universal Championship. Paul announced tonight that if Brock loses his title at SummerSlam, the pair will be leaving WWE. I mean, it all but writes itself. It's pretty obvious what's going to happen here, right? Brock's going to lose. He doesn't even have to take the pinfall. It's a fatal 4-way match, so unfortunately Samoa Joe's probably going to take the pinfall. Or, that'd be pretty awesome. I'd love to see that. And whenever WWE wants to cough up more money, he can return as an even stronger beast. Honorable mention goes out to his middle name, Edward. Brock Edward Lesnar. Sounds a bit more fruity than intimidating now, doesn't he? And number 1, he had a match with Stephanie McMahon. Oh, Brock. You just don't care, do you? You'll break Bob Holly's neck, you'll bust Randy Orton's skull, you'll throw a one-legged kid down a flight of stairs, you'll make out with both Kurt Angle and Sable, maybe at the same time. But this Brock